What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a video or live stream. Okay, so welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about something very important. It is the last of the incentives for the 2020 year, which I'm sure everybody's excited about because 2020 hasn't been the most normal year ever for pretty much this country and the world. But it is the end of the year, so this is the time to buy, which we will talk about at the end of this. They just released the December incentives for the Toyota Tundra on the 2020 models that are left over and the 2021 model. So we will see if they are any different from what they've been the past few months. Also, these incentives differ from region to region. I'm up in New Jersey, so we'll be reading the Northeast region incentives. If yours are different wherever you are, please feel free to comment below just to help out your fellow potential Tundra buyer because, like I said, they are different all around the country. It always seems like Texas has the best incentives going on as they have dealerships with hundreds of Tundras on the lot usually because the Toyota Tundra is made in San Antonio, Texas at TMMTX. But anyway, so up here, this is what we're dealing with. We will first talk about the 2020. Now, there's no finance special for the 2020 in my area, but there is a cash back of $2,500 on select 2020 Tundras. Remember, whether it be 2020 or 2021, the TRD Pro is excluded from incentives. All right, you're usually paying MSRP in a lot of places in the country. You may be paying a markup, but once again, don't be afraid to look around because you don't have to pay that markup. Stay away from the markups. But anyway, so it excludes the TRD Pro, but once again, for 2020, $2,500 cash back on select 2020 Tundras. For 2021, we have something slightly different than what we had last month. There is a finance special of 1.9% for up to 60 months and 2.9% for 72 months. Or you could choose the $2,000 cash back. So that's a little bit more money cash back wise than what we saw last month. So those are the incentives that are in my area. Once again, don't be afraid to go below if you're in a different part of the country and you want to talk about the incentives in your area. Like I say in all of these videos all the time, don't base your purchase strictly off of these incentives, all right? You never know what a dealership can do for you until you try. You never know what situation they're in, how badly they need to sell vehicles. So don't be afraid to go in and try to make a deal. A lot of these dealerships and areas in the country have local specials as well. And you know what? It never hurts to give it a whirl to see where you end up. The worst they could say to you is no. And another question everybody always asks, what is the best time of year to buy a vehicle? This is it. We're in December. It is the end of the model year. And this year, like I said, has been pretty interesting and different because of COVID. So a lot of these dealerships want to make the end of the year sales numbers that they're probably nowheres near just because of how this year went. A lot of the factories, and speaking with the Tundra, TMMTX was shut down for, I believe it was 2 months where they weren't making Tundras. And that is why, if you've been around this channel for a little while now, you've seen when we've gone to the dealership, there hasn't been really anything on the lot. We're starting to see the numbers pick up again, but for a while it was 1 or 2, and when they would come in, they would sell almost immediately. So in talking about, the lack of Tundras this year compared to other years because of that shutdown, shout out to the guys at TMMTX for, really pulling together and getting out some Tundras when they went back to work because, like I said, now we're starting to see the lots come alive. I have a couple sales numbers here that I wanted to talk about with you. In 2019 in the United States, 111,673 Tundras just about were sold. Right now, obviously not including December, the number is 97,079 Tundras have been sold in the United States so far this year. So it looks like, barring an insanely good December, they're going to come in a little under that 111. And that 111 is actually down from some of the years prior. It's usually around 116, 118 every year, 116,000, 118,000. So the numbers are a little down. But two things to note. May, they sold 11,529 this year, Tundras, and that is the best May they've had selling the Tundra in roughly the last 5 years. So that's good. And also last month, November, they sold 10,266 Tundras, and that is the most they've sold in November in the last 5 years. So you're starting to see some sales happen. But 97,000 is still respectable as far as Tundra numbers go, especially with the shutdown for 2 months. They're still pumping out Tundras, but these things, they're not on the lot a long time. So if you see something you like, make sure you go in there and try to make a good deal on it. Like I said, you could use these incentives to at least start the process, but don't be afraid. Check the local specials and check the internet, because you may find a better price somewhere other than the dealership you normally go to down the street from you or in your town. You can look around. They could ship you a vehicle. It's not that hard anymore these days. It is a common practice to get you what you want. That's why I always tell people never settle for the markups with the TRD Pros. There are dealerships out there that will sell it for MSRP. I bought my Army Green at MSRP, where other dealerships around here are asking for $5,000 to $8,000 markup on it, and I will not pay a markup whatsoever. So overall, this is the month to go try to make that deal. Especially, like I said, with the COVID thing, these yearly sales goals, they're not where they need to be, I'm sure. They're going to want to sell as many units as they can. I don't know if they went back and kind of redid the sales goal number because how everything is this year. They might have lessened it a little bit as a goal to hit, but they're going to want to sell as many vehicles as they can. And Tundras, they are hitting the lot a little bit more than usual lately. So go check out the Tundra and see what you think about it. This is it, 2021 model year. 2022 will be the next generation. I know a lot of you are waiting before you spend any money. You're waiting to see what will actually be coming out in 2022. We've had obviously a bunch of rumors all through the last couple of years, but we all just want to see it roll out on stage and see what's actually coming, and then we could go back and cross-reference what we were right and wrong on with all the rumors over the years. But a lot of you guys are thinking 2021 Tundra or 2022 Tundra, and you're waiting for that potentially February auto show debut, because it's usually in February when they do it at the Chicago Auto Show. Auto shows will be different this year. There's not going to be any people at them, so a lot of you guys are waiting, but there are some of you also that you want that 5.7 liter V8, knowing this will be the last of the 5.7 liter V8. This is the month to go give it a whirl and see what you can do. Like I said, the worst they could do is say no. Go in there with a number in your head. Hold firm to that number. And like I said, if somebody says no, there's always more time. There's always other dealerships. So go in there and see what these incentives can do for you, or local specials, and you may end up with your dream Tundra. But I will ask you this right now in closing with this video. If you could buy any Tundra right now, or if you're somebody in the market for a Tundra, what Tundra are you in the market for? The popular one on this channel that people always talk about, the TRD Sport seems to be taking the #1 spot lately. Everyone seems to love the TRD Sport. The thing I love about the TRD Sport is a lot of it is body color, and you don't have to pay those TRD Pro prices. So a lot of people are digging the TRD Sport ever since it came out in 2018. I'm a big fan of that truck as well and that trim level. But let me know, in closing one more time with these incentives, again, it does not include the TRD Pros, $2,500 cash back on the 2020 Tundras. For 2021, we got 1.9% for up to 60 months, that's APR, or 2.9% for 72 months, and it's $2,000 cash back. You could choose the finance special or the cash back. So, like I said in the beginning, if you have different incentives in your area, please let everybody know in the comments below so we could cross-reference and get everybody who wants a Tundra into their Tundra as quickly and painlessly as possible. So I thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know what to do. If you need to talk, tundradude34@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at tundradude34. So don't be afraid to reach out and say what's up. I like to leave you guys with playlists. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I usually do the 2022 Tundra rumors. If you want to go check out that playlist, you can go to the playlist section. There's a bunch in there. We're going to do 2 weird ones today, though. I'm going to do an old one for you. 1794 versus TRD Pro. One of the first press vehicles I ever had was a 2017 TRD 1794 which I fell in love with. At that time, I owned a 2016 TRD Pro, so go check that out. It was just comparing the two trucks together. And the other one we'll do is the dealership walks, when I like to walk around dealerships and film it and talk to you guys about it. You seem to love those videos, so if you're new to the channel, go check those out. But until next time, if you have any questions, comment below, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.